Africa is a continent like no other. It inspires images of grandeur and abundant beauty. Yet, many of Africa's children will never experience the beauty of their land. Many are confined to life in IDP camps. Other children are living in extreme poverty. They also wake up each day fighting for their survival. The mission of our foundation, ATGE, is to educate children about contemporary genocides and the abuse of human rights. But when we filmed Stomp Out Genocide in Africa, we saw the hardships that children were experiencing because they were going barefoot. One of the results of not having footwear is that these children are susceptible to the many diseases that are transmitted from the soil through their unprotected feet. One of the worst is jiggers. A jigger is a parasite, a sand flea that enters children's bodies through open cuts in their feet, lays eggs, and multiplies. And in a few months, these children can become paralyzed, lose limbs, and even die. These children can become paralyzed, lose limbs, and even die. You know, footwear is something we all take for granted. But there are 300 million children around the world who are going barefoot. So, we began sending shoes. However, soon we realized that a much better solution was to create a model that was sustainable. Healing Our World is a sustainable program teaching mothers in rural African villages how to make shoes for their children. At the core of the program is the KLEM shoe. It is easily made by hand using locally sourced materials. The soles can be made out of old tires, which are plentiful in Africa, and the uppers can use the burlap sacks that sugar and grain come in, or they can use old pairs of jeans. Our program impacts two areas. In the U.S., we are educating students about their responsibilities as global citizens. Working in schools and with youth groups, we teach youngsters about the plight of these barefoot children and then give them an avenue for advocacy action. They make KLEM shoes, similar to those being made in Africa, which are then shipped to orphanages, where children don't have mothers or caregivers to make shoes for them. The other important part of the program is our work in Africa. We began by field testing the program in Mozambique, and in Maputo, their capital, we met with Rita, our team leader, and we mentored our trainers. One of our trainers was an artist who taught us how to dip-dye fabric, which could be used for the upper part of the shoes. The results were very beautiful. Then we all traveled to the rural village of Makwan. When we arrived, we were greeted by their children and serenaded by their preschoolers, who were among the first group of children to be getting shoes. Then it was time to make shoes. So everybody headed over to this small grass hut. On a concrete floor in 106-degree temperature, mothers made KLEMs. Some had babies on their backs, others were nursing. And we worked with them for 2 days, and they did it. They made the shoes. They were all very proud and felt empowered by what they had done. Then we presented the shoes made by U.S. students to social services for distribution to orphanages. Everyone was very moved by our visit and also excited to know that children in the U.S. cared about them.
Agradecer, muito obrigado.
Muito obrigado. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Another country that we are working in is Uganda, where our team is led by Rock Rockashire. Rock is working in Kampala and Jinja, and also in northern Uganda, where he brought his team to the village of Erusi in Nebi district. They brought supplies, including 6 treadle sewing machines, and spent 2 days teaching the folks who will become trainers to the thousands of women in the St. Augustine Community Love Program.
We really thank God for awarding him this knowledge, and we really pray that his program must continue and to run all over the country, our Uganda. Thanks.
We're also working in Kampala at the Horde Orphanage. In West Africa, we are laying the groundwork for bringing the program to Sierra Leone and to Mali. As we watch this program grow, it is very encouraging because we see the commitment from schools and service groups and the faith-based community. We also see the way this program is being embraced in Africa. We really believe that as we continue to develop this community of caring and continue to save the lives of so many of our precious children, it is the total of all these acts that will make this world a better place.